friends, hello, hope you are well. Let's talk about what's going on here it's Wednesday in the market and things are getting pushed here. So obviously the main focus here talking about Trump media, but obviously it'd be crazy to not talk about what's going on with AMC, GameStop, Mr. Kitty here. And then obviously too with that, the whole, just the meme stock situation that we're starting to see be played up, and it is by no means done. It hasn't even started. You have to realize that all that's happened at this point really is, here's the chain of events that's happened. A picture was put on X, obviously indicating GameStop by Mr. You-know-who, and I'm not saying his name because the general media is not wanting his name to be talked about right now, and YouTube is very controlled by you-know-who. So with saying that, it set off something. GameStop shot up, AMC started to shoot up, and now and then, of course, what did the feds do? They halted trading. They messed us up. They're criminals. They should all be arrested. And this has proven the fact of something very sad in the market. This has shown that this is why it's so hard for the little investor, the common person, to get ahead in the stock market. And it hurts me and it irks me to say what I'm about to say. And I hope certain people on YouTube don't see this, because I'm almost embarrassed to say it, but I've somewhat been saying this for the past, since the last meme stock craze happened here back 3 years ago. We're in a situation where investing is changing quite a bit. It's, how I was raised to be in the market, and there's only a handful of people, less than a handful of people that I follow on YouTube, like religiously, where I, what they do, I kind of stand by that rule of thumb and I watch what they do. And one of these people in particular just made a video like days ago, hours ago, where they were totally against, just betting on stuff, where they were saying, you're not investing, you're just betting. It's all bets. I totally agree with that. But I think what we're seeing now with this new market, with this new investor that's in here now, is that you have to take what you can get, because obviously, Uncle Sam here is not allowing things to happen here. They made these rules with the market, but then there's these things that you can do, but now they're not letting us do that. They're halting something. So here's what you need to realize. If they did not halt AMC and GameStop yesterday, imagine what those stocks would have done. Imagine how much further they would have gone. But they halted them. They scared off people. They made people sell, and people lost tons of money. So they're criminals is what they are. They should be, taken away. So with that, talking about Trump media here, this stock, and I've been talking about this stock for 3 years now at this point. And this is, I think, the second time where I put this on a thumbnail where I said this stock could go to $500. And this is why I'm saying this stock could go to $500. Here is what I'm trying to say with all this. We have seen a shift in the market. We have seen people that have come into the market investing, and let me finish up what I was saying. I was raised to find companies that do well with quarterlies. For the next 5-10 years, they're going to do well. They're going to increase their profitability, customers, all that kind of stuff. That's still a good plan to stick to. The problem with that plan compared to the newer generation of investing and betting in the market is that it takes a lot longer, especially with things being so controlled by just a few major companies in the whole market, for God's sakes. I mean, we can give a hour-long video about how Nancy Pelosi is the best investor in the world, even though she's probably had never actually physically traded a stock in her life. She doesn't even know what Robinhood app is. This is a David and Goliath situation. Why I am saying that Trump media can go to $500. Frankly, I don't care about the company. I don't, and I don't say it to be mean. Why I'm saying $500 is because it is totally surrounded by hype and people not wanting to miss out, and an army of Trump supporters pushing the stock to ridiculous amounts of volume and pushing the stock price up. And that's what we've seen time and time again with this. And if we are going into this, which I think we are, I don't think it's started. I don't even think it's started here. With these meme stocks again, Trump media will more than likely be wrapped up in that. So imagine a scenario as further as we get into the year, and it's looking like this, not to talk political, but it's happening, whether you want to admit it or not, whether you're Democrat, Republican, on the fence, neutral, whatever, I don't know, whatever you are. Things are looking awfully red across the board right now, especially in the polls, however you want to believe polls. But imagine going into, September, October, where it looks like this is going to be a Trump win easily. So imagine investing into a company, DJT, Trump Media here, that it's not really showing any revenue like it should to support the numbers that it's at. It's not really known by most people that are investing in it what it is, what it's going to do, and what it's projected to do. It's simply just push because the guy, the face of the company, is the former and perhaps the new president that people want, and they're hoping that will, get, our U.S. economy back on track and get things kind of straightened back out here. So with that, it's going to have hyper inflation wrapped around it. And don't forget too, just as you're seeing these large corporations bet against AMC, bet against GameStop, companies like GameStop that have just a fallen business that are eventually going to go out of business. They just can't stay open unless something dramatically happens with them. But they're going to go down. But also those corporations, those big hedgies that are betting against them, believe that they're betting against Trump Media too. So with that, these are things that will encourage, these are elements that can possibly make Trump Media get out of control here. So I don't think it's crazy to say that we could see Trump Media just go insane. It could go insane. And once again, I know it's not making a lot of money. I know it's a new company. I know Trump, all this, the school, the businesses, I know, I've got the comments, I know, I get it. I'm not talking about that. I'm not even talking about money in the sense of what that company is making. No one cares. No one cares. It could be an ice cream company that, Trump Media could be an ice cream company. We don't care. You have to understand what the situation is and what's going on with it. GameStop it's Trump Media has turned into a meme stock, and that's what I've been trying to say all along. And I don't say that to be mean. I just say that because you have to understand that, and that will help you make a lot of money with that stock. It will help you. And this is why I've told people, do not get too attached in a position to this stock, because if you want to really win in the stock, you're gonna have to buy, sell in it. It's just the way it's gonna be. So talking about that with AMC, I don't think it's really started. GameStop, I don't think it's really started. There are calls just Friday. We could see something possibly happen here by Friday, with puts and calls that are happening right now. Short selling is happening right in front of us, and this is and know too that when this happened last time with all this meme stock situation, when GameStop started to show signs like this, it took a minute. It took a minute to happen. It just didn't, GameStop just didn't go to, $300, whatever went to that big score first, the 250 or 350, I can't remember, but it didn't happen, in 24 hours. It took a minute, but then it got there real fast. So if you're sitting in AMC right now in the negative, you're sitting in GameStop in the negative, panicking, I wouldn't panic just yet. This is not a time to panic. This is a time to go, what should I do? Should I put in more? Should I wait? Where should I look at next? Should I be looking at some of these other meme stocks? Should I be looking, at Hertz once again? Should I be looking at, there's a lot out there right now. There's a lot that are being looked at. I just think we're in the beginning stages of what's going on here. So my argument of what I'm trying to say here is that there's obviously a lot of stocks out here that there's a lot of companies that are doing tremendous. And I am preaching against my senseis out here, to be honest, to where, yes, I do believe you should be putting your money into stocks that are producing quarterlies, good, big quarterlies that are looking bright into the next 5-10 years. That should be something you should hold on to. But I also do believe that we are in a vicious market right now where it's every man for himself, every woman for herself, and you should take what you can get. when you can get it, because obviously the Fed is going to rip you off any way they can. We saw that yesterday when they halted the stock, and of course they came out and said like, well, we didn't want people. If people put money into something, that is their stupidity and their risk. If it doesn't work out, that is how you learn lessons in the market. It's just the truth. If people want to put their money in something, let them put their money in something, no matter what happens to it. The real reasons why they halted AMC and GameStop is because they knew it was going to keep getting out of control. They knew it was going to keep getting pushed, and it was going to destroy hedge funds. This did a lot of damage last time to hedge funds, to a lot of big investment firms. So I think regardless it's going to happen again, I don't think they can escape it. I really don't. I don't think they can fight it. It would only take, I think if somebody did the math, like it would take like 70 people to buy like $500 worth of calls against what's going on right now, and it would do a hellacious damage to what's going on here with these investment firms betting against it, with puts against calls, calls against puts, and all that. So I'm sure that math is totally wrong, but it was kind of just breaking it down what that would look like. I don't even know that this is more of like a rambling. I think this is kind of where everyone's head's at right now. Everyone is kind of just disgusted with what is going on right now, that we are fighting right now. We're fighting corporate greed. We're fighting Wall Street. They are pushing back so hard right now. Last time it took them time to halt GameStop and AMC. This time they did it real fast. They were ready for it. As soon as they saw it, because we were talking about, I was talking about this last week. I made a video like last Monday where I said, hey, I think GameStop's doing something here. Like, look at this. And that video got no love. And I don't know if this video will get love because I'm talking about Trump media here. It's just the way it is. Like I said, I'm all over the place here, but there are plenty of stocks to where you can put your money into it and they're going to do great for you. They're going to do great. The smart thing to say is, yeah, SoFi is a great company. Amazon's a great company. Tesla, great company. But there's also stocks out here that could really 10x within weeks, months. They could make a lifetime worth of investing happen in just, a few days. And this is why crypto is so attractive to so many people, because if you're patient enough and you can put enough money into certain cryptos, especially low end cryptos that with small market caps, you can really get some, you can 50x, 100x your money. This is why we've seen so many new millionaires in the market here. So friends, that is all I have to say. Take care of yourself and we will talk soon. Bye everyone. Bye bye.